Let me just lay it out for you here. The Lamar versus Rodgers thing for the Jets. If Rodgers heel turns and says, forget it, after all, then you consider it if you're the Jets. But if you are just sitting here and you're going into free agency and you're in the Jets position and you see the two things. One guy costs you your 13th overall pick this year and your first next year. The other one doesn't. That gives the guy who doesn't require giving up your 2 firsts a leg up. Next, the guy that you can acquire who doesn't come with 2 first-round picks costs you cash out, maybe over 2-3 years, $100 million, right? The other guy, $200. Okay? So you can tell your owner he's less expensive, and it's also not 2 firsts. And plus, it's somebody you, Woody, want. And I, as the general manager of the Jets, don't have to go to you and say, now the cost is double, and we lose our 2 best draft assets for the next 2 drafts, including this one. So forget about that draft board that we were talking to you about. And on top of it, the other guy who comes without the price tag of 2 ones and is less expensive allows us to give the kid who we did draft 2nd overall, that I did tell you, if you're Joe Douglas, I did tell you, Woody, I liked a lot. We're not giving up on him. So we're kind of hedging our bet. We're using a multiple MVP award winner as a bridge quarterback. And you're the one who wanted him more than anybody else. I think we're clearly seeing the owner driving this bus a little bit here. That's how Lamar Jackson isn't a Jet or on the Jets' radar screen. It makes much better sense to go with the 39-year-old than it does the 26-year-old. And I know how insanely ridiculous that sounds.
That sounds kind of weird. You're going to get one guy for maybe 2 years. The other guy you could have for 10.
You could. But the idea is this guy takes you to the playoffs, maybe wins you the Super Bowl. Certainly if you, and plus, you're the hottest ticket in town. You kidding me? If Rodgers shows up for the Jets and brings his Packers with him and he wants Odell, and Odell is far more inclined to come to the Jets. He wouldn't even twitch in the Jets' direction. Otherwise, suddenly you are the hottest ticket in town after the Giants just had a playoff season and win and coach of the year. Forget about the Knicks, Nets, Yankees, your Mets, Giants. You're talking about Rodgers is in town. He's a New York Jet. Odell's a Jet. I mean, you're shooting for the moon here. Now, if Lamar comes,
you're not the hottest ticket in town, Rich?
Zach,
come on.
You're still the hottest ticket. You're a hot ticket. I don't know if does Odell come too? Maybe. I don't know. He does. You're still a hot ticket, but man, you don't have your 2 first. I mean, could you have Rodgers and one of these stud defensive backs, defensive linemen, one of these stud offensive linemen, 13th overall? You can. That's why. That's my long-winded answer as to why Rodgers works best for the Jets over Lamar. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.